episode of the Michigan Wolverine Dynasty. Today we play for Paul Bunyan. The Michigan Wolverines against the 19th ranked Michigan State Spartans. Your Michigan Wolverines have been number one every week, but I think three at the beginning of the year when we had that stretch of closer games. But the Michigan Wolverines are back at the number one ranking. They have been since about week 6, but it's time to play football. Please enjoy, and we'll see you at halftime.
The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Wolverines will put total leather to crank us up. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Spartans offense will get the first possession of the game. A state divided. They started playing for the Paul Bunyan Trophy, the big wooden lumberjack, back in the early 50s when Sparty joined the Big Ten.
And it's so nice to have you, Reese, to have all those data from when you were in high school and when you were in college back in the 50s. And you know the records so well of these games, but it matters. And their comments fly week to week for these guys, Michigan, Michigan State, and it is intense and the hatred runs deep.
Can you just imagine Reese riding to school in his Ford Model T back in the day? How nice that would have been, just putting along and getting to school, making sure all his homework's done, just looking like the man on campus. I'll tell you, there's a lot of familiarity in this game. A lot of these high school players grew up playing with or against each other, so it just adds an extra layer to this rivalry.
Fires into traffic, picked off.
This offense knew coming into this game it was not going to be easy throwing against this defense. They're at the top of virtually every major statistical category when it comes to pass D, and the quarterback just found out the hard way, throwing a pick on the opening drive.
First down here for the offense. They run the reverse. Slipping, sliding, dancing his way down to the 32. Second down coming up. Takes a handoff. It's Marshall. The Wolverines pick up the first down. See that maize in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge line.
Throws toward the end zone. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Brown wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Oh, it's a reverse. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and...
Oh, what a move to get open. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And what a way to put a stamp on that one with a 41-yard run to the house. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. It's complete on the right side. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Brown will throw it. Quarterback adapting. Just trucks through it. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Got his man downfield. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Give to the running back.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He'll do it himself. Still on his feet. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. Man, is that dude fast. It is easy to see how this position is evolving more and more to have elite athletes and elite throwers.
Reese, you say easy, I say annoying. Take about the defensive perspective. I got to guard the running back running. I got to guard the wide receivers. Oh, and now the quarterback's going to run? Well, here, you take the playbook and stop him.
PAT unit on the field. Right down the boulevard. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last drive really productive, David, wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense.
Open runway ahead. He's at the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Hey, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. UTSA is down right now inside the Alamo Dome, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in San Antonio. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Temple. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Brown wants to pass. He looks that one in nicely. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. The Spartans look to keep this drive humming. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. How about these two running games so far and dominance on the ground as we look at the 1st quarter stats? Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Smarty.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Guided out of bounds at the 32 after a good return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the 1st half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Marshall. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They're going to test the right side with this one. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there.
Unleashes one deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Brown will throw it. Flips it out in the flat. Still on his feet at the 45. Off he goes. And stampeding through the defense. Touchdown, Michigan State. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there. A difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Give to the single back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. This game often testier than Michigan's rivalry with Ohio State, and the Wolverines applied a little extra sting, winning a close one last year.
They did. You know, it just left a bad taste in everybody's mouth back in East Lansing all year long. They've talked about it. They've had to hear about it. They've listened to the glow.
And the ball slipped out. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. They'll try it on the ground, and they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Pulls it in inside the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan! And he made the extra point without problem. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
What a big-time moment for the defense there. 2nd and inches. Everyone's thinking they're going to run the football, but they don't get fooled. They're able to sack the quarterback. Now it sets up 3rd and long, and you're thinking defensively, we're one more play from getting off the field potentially.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got us looking deep. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He'll get rid of it. A strike downfield. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Wolverines! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. UTSA is down right now inside the Alamo Dome, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend board in San Antonio. They're trailing by 10 to Temple. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changed.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Spartans.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And the extra point was good. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Signals for a fair catch around the 5-yard line and makes it. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This has been a track meet running up and down the field so far, Jesse.
It's amazing for this offense, right? Score a touchdown, go try to get a rest on the sideline. It feels like you blink and you're right back on the field having to go score another one, David. It just feels like it's going to be that kind of game.
Well, so which defense can kind of change their identity a little bit, get more aggressive? You're giving up yards and touchdowns anyways. Who can get aggressive?
Gonna take a shot. And he's got it inside the 25. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. It's good. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the returner will be knocked down. One more snap coming before halftime. Brown wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And he's dragged down after the interception. And
At the end of half number 1, we got a burn in our hands. 31-28 Michigan at the break.
2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Who's going to win the Paul Bunyan Trophy? It's a fun one in Ann Arbor. Galipo, 409, 171, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Jordan Marshall, 12 for 189 and 2 touchdowns. Marshall had a 79-yard touchdown and a 41-yard touchdown run. And then Michigan State exploded in the second half. So, will Michigan continue and dominate this one in the second half like they normally do? Or are we going to see a barn burner to the end? It's time to find out. I'll see you at the end of the game to talk stats and Michigan football.
And the Spartans will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. He'll start this third quarter with a run. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. I'm talking about ranking trophies.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. The run to the right. Runs through a tackle. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. What a cut! Now he's loose. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. On the run, it's Marshall. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. And he's now over 150 yards on the ground, and days like this can put you up with those legendary Michigan runners.
And that's why you come to Michigan. You know you're going to get fed. You are going to be a back that gets the football, that chews up yards, that always has a lot of success and gets a ton of carries.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash deep.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. They get him down after he makes a catch. The Spartans come to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Keep it on the ground. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Caught close to the marker, it's Evanson. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. They've already converted a couple of times on this drive, now 1st and 10 from their own 39. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Got the back over the middle. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. Quick tempo here for the offense.
And look, I know they don't have a big explosive play on this drive, but you gotta love the way the quarterback is making good decisions. He's reading coverage. The ball is going where it needs to go, and as a result, this offense is piling up first downs.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Brown will throw it. Feeling some heat. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team. And the Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs.
That's so frustrating. I got you in the perfect situation. I get you in 3rd and long, more predictable. I know it's going to be a pass. And then Houdini pulls the rabbit out of the hat, makes something happen, scrambles around, gets the first down. Goodness gracious, this guy's so good.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, the throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4 at 2nd and 14. Catch in the middle, it's Evanson. Tackled immediately after the catch.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
The Spartans will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding, offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Takes the easy one to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free first down and some yardage. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Spartans moving quickly to the line. Brown wants to pass. dances away from the heat. Touchdown, Sparty! And they take it in for 6 more points. Late in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Caught over the middle. It's Cleescorn. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. The Wolverines are on the move. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. He'll work his way down to the 28.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the...
Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Syracuse is currently ahead in this one, but I don't see Jim Brown or Ernie Davis or even Donovan McNabb out there. This team has struggled to pull away. They're up by 4 over Wake Forest. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Brown will throw it. Coming after him. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes a catch past the sticks. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Zings it complete to the right. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Makes him talk to the hand. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 40.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Davis looking to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Listen, I know DBs don't catch the ball real well, but to be a defensive back, it's one of the hardest positions in football. You got to stay with these big, fast wide receivers and then try to go track the football.
Grabs it inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew.
Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable. And with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll start this drive firing. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. After this, it'll be a wrap. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And the pass rush is effective.
Michigan defeats Michigan State for the 7th straight season. And the Spartans will lose 52-35. The hands of their rivals, the Michigan Wolverines. And Jordan Marshall, player of the game, 27 attempts, 264 yards, and 2 touchdowns for the Wolverines.
Social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that you
But Marshall had a 79-yard touchdown and a 41-yard touchdown.
And now you move on to the next.
They really did. And we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning
Michigan
team. So cool to see some of
defeats
these players
Michigan State
collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives
52-35
that just means so much.
in a thrilling game.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer,
Filippo, 6 of 11, 184, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. And Davis ended up with that last Michigan touchdown, of course. Jordan Marshall, 27 for 264 and 2 scores. Davis, 3 for 31 and a touchdown as well. Davis, 3 scoring. Algier and Faliu all had receiving touchdowns for Michigan. And then the picks. Josiah Edmond with 2 of them. And then Rayshawn Charbonnet picked off the first one. Savage went 1 for 2 with field goals, 7 for 7 on extra points. No punts for Michigan. Michigan defeats Michigan State 52 to 35 here in the big house. I wonder if some kind of record was broken with that final football game with those runs from Jordan Marshall. David Brinkley committed. Devontae Carver commits. David Hinson commits. 3 commits from Michigan. Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week. And he does not get National Offensive Player of the Week as well. No, it does not. He was way off. So, but in Kevin Gallipo, 36 touchdown passes last year. Jordan Marshall, 23 rushing touchdowns last year. Those were all records. And Mason Graham in sacks in a season. All records at Michigan from the Dynasty years here in this game. Lugard has the new sacks career record with 47. Tom Curtis has the Michigan interceptions record. Mike Hart, career 5,000-yard rusher. I do wonder if Marshall's approaching 5,000 yards running the football. He's about 2,000 away. And having a 3,000-yard rushing season is totally uncommon. And he's only at 1,636. He needs about 2,000 more to break the rushing yards in career record. But Michigan will play Maryland next week. Michigan rises to 10-0. There's a look at the new top 25. Nothing really changes at the top. Wisconsin lost again. Yeah, nothing changed in the top 4. However, the top 5 is now California at 5, Oregon 6, LSU 7, Clemson at 8, UCF 9. Pitt stays at 10. Wisconsin falls after getting trounced by Oregon. Tulsa rises up to 12. 13th is Baylor now. 14th is Boise. Tennessee 15. USF 16 still. Notre Dame rises up to 17th in the country. And Michigan State falls out of the rankings. New teams in the rankings this week: Western Kentucky, Mississippi State, Vanderbilt, Minnesota, and Georgia Tech. The Michigan Wolverines look to stay perfect next week when we play our senior day football game against the Maryland Terrapins. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching, everyone, and go Blue.